What's it really like during the holidays in New York City? Well, listen up folks, because we're giving you a sneak peek at the most festive events this season to get you into the holiday spirit. So join us as we explore the city inside and out. We'll be visiting the most spectacular store displays, take a tour of iconic holiday movie sites, and travel to the most famous neighborhood for dazzling holiday lights. You'll even get the scoop on this year's Rockefeller Center Christmas tree and find out the real reason for the evergreen tree tradition. Plus, lots more. We're your one-stop shop for all things holiday, New York style. And now, live from Rockefeller Center in the heart of New York City, this is NBC4's Listen Up Live, the holiday special, with your holiday host, Kay Angrum.
Hello and welcome to this extra special holiday edition of Listen Up Live. I'm your host, Kay Angrum, and I am coming to you from Rockefeller Center, where this evening they are going to light up this big guy, that's right, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree, which will be decked out with 50,000 bulbs. All of that is happening at NBC's Christmas in Rockefeller Center. But before we get to that, we want to kick things off with a little bit of holiday shopping. I mean, we are by Fifth Avenue after all. That's right. Everyone knows around the world that this is where you come for incredible window displays for the holidays. And I got a chance to go behind the scenes at one department store to see how these amazing windows come to be. Check it out. When it comes to the sights and sounds of the city, New York holiday displays do it best. And so to see how it's done, I stopped by Nordstrom's flagship store in Midtown before and after their big reveal to learn how it all comes together.
So as you can see, we are preparing for holiday, which is our biggest time of year. And this year we have over 150 Christmas trees to put out over all 7 floors. So there's green, pink, and then we also have gold ones which haven't arrived yet. Our holiday planning kicks off in July. That's when we get to see sort of all the new elements for the season. From there, we start to customize our orders for this store in particular. And then once we place all our orders, they start arriving in a warehouse out in New Jersey. Our team goes out, starts prepping, and then leading up to the installation in a week, we'll have dozens of trucks that are all like sequenced out to arrive at perfect timing for everything to go out. For me, the coolest and newest thing that we're doing is we're adding a Santa house, which we haven't had in the past. And that's going to be on the kids' floor downstairs. So Santa generally parades through the store, and now he'll have a place to go for people to take pictures. And we actually gave him a little car. So he's going to have like a bright red car that he gets to drive around the store. I think the coolest thing about the trees this year is they're less traditional, and we have, as you can see, these like neon pink and green colors. So I like that we sort of take traditional elements, but we put this modern twist on it. So I think it'll really bring the store to life this year. Normally they're all scrunched up from being in the box, so we literally have to like touch every single branch to make every tree look perfect. In addition just to all the visual elements, we try to give customers this experience through some of the activations that we do. We really want them to be able to participate and feel part of what we're doing here and kind of walk away inspired, be able to talk about this to their friends and families and sort of have a memory they can take with them.
Oh my goodness, was that not super cool? I mean, seriously, everything from the music to the lights to the animatronics. And there's one thing about New York, it's that we go all out for our holiday displays. Shoot, maybe you even got some ideas for a little home decorating of your own? Well, next up, everyone knows that families around this time of the year are trying to put together their Christmas tree. But have you ever wondered how that holiday tradition came to be? Well, Listen Up Live's Linda Gaudino is here with the story behind the evergreen tree. Check it out.
It's time to get the tree. Now, whether you're planning a fresh cut or setting up the fake one, you know the family tradition. But do we ever stop to think, why are we doing this? It's not just out of old habit. Truth is, there's meaning behind this evergreen decoration, dating back to ancient Egyptian times, so it may not be what you expect.
Let's take it back to long before religions, as we know them, even existed. Plants that stayed green all year were believed to have special powers. Ancient people would hang these branches on doors to ward off any evil spirits, ghosts, witches, and illness. In late December marks winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, which many cultures celebrated as a sign of life. Ancient Egyptians filled homes with green palm. Romans, Celts, and Vikings used evergreen bows. Fast forward to the 16th century. Germany is credited to starting the Christmas tree tradition, with Americans later joining the trend in the 19th century. At the time, it wasn't looked too fondly on, more like a pagan mockery of a sacred day. But that changed in the 20th century, with Americans fully on board, decorating with homemade ornaments and popcorn, leading to the electric string lights we see today.
The first Rockefeller Center tree dates back to the Depression era in 1931.
Why a Norway spruce? Well, its straight and sturdy build can resist wintry weather. More than 50,000 LED lights will illuminate this iconic staple. And when the holidays are over, the tree is used as lumber for Habitat for Humanity.
So there you have it, a little piece of history to impress your folks at the family dinner. Wishing you a happy holiday, I'm Linda Gaudino, News 4 New York.
Ooh, I love a story with a fun fact. I mean, seriously, who knew that evergreens were put in people's homes to protect it? Wild, right? Talk about home security. But seriously, we're really here to talk about the star of the evening. That's right, I'm talking about the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree, which we are just moments away from it being lit up this evening. But of course, we want to talk to you about what it is you have to know before we get to the big show. Check it out.
A few weeks ago, this 82-foot Norway spruce was just a tree on a vacant lot on a busy stretch of Main Street in Queensbury, New York, a few minutes south of Lake George.
This year's Christmas tree is big and beautiful. It's 82 feet tall, it's 50 feet wide, and it's about 14 tons.
And after inquiring with several neighbors, he found the tree's owners, the Leibowitz family of Glens Falls.
The first thing that went through my mind was, yeah, sure. I mean, total disbelief.
Disbelief then turned to elation and pride.
It's certainly nothing that I'd ever contemplated before, so it's a real novel situation. Once in a lifetime experience.
He may not have considered it, but the woman who lived across the street from the majestic beauty says she did. And so did her friends and their families.
Her dad used to always say, someday that might be a Rockefeller-worthy tree.
On the day the tree was cut, Missy and many other Queensbury residents came out to watch as the buzzsaw made contact. And the trunk and the crown were lifted away from the root, to the marvel of the crowd, laid carefully on a flatbed, wrapped and covered, and taken on a 200-mile journey south, garnering lots of attention along the way, and finally arriving in Rockefeller Center, where it was raised, put up on a pedestal, and decorated with more than 5 miles of LED lights. And the crowning glory? A 900-pound Swarovski crystal star, designed by architect Daniel Libeskind in 2018, featuring 70 spikes and 3 million crystals. And after the tree is done lighting up the night sky for the holiday season, the wood will be donated to Habitat for Humanity to help make homes for those in need. David Ushery, News 4 New York.
Okay, let's be real. After watching that, it's no wonder people come from all over the world just to see this Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. I mean, seriously, the crowd out here right now, the anticipation is building up just for them to light this bad boy up. This Norway spruce, which is going to be lit with 50,000 light bulbs. There's another fun fact for you. But listen, in addition to Christmas trees being a big deal, so are holiday movies, right? What better way to bring in the holidays than snuggled up on the couch or by the fire, watching iconic movies? Well, I got a chance to go on a tour to check out where some of our favorite holiday movies are filmed right here in NYC. Come along with me.
When you think about New York during the holidays, does it not just make your heart flutter? So we are here. This is stop one on our tour for today, and this is the Plaza. I'm sure you've heard of it. We are at Central Park South and 5th Avenue. This is also where we get Home Alone 2. So Kevin stays here when he's stuck in the city. You see a lot. He orders a lot of room service, spends up to almost $1,000. They have done that math. And of course, Eloise at Christmas time. So you get to see Eloise living her best life at the stunning Plaza. We can talk all we want about the movies filmed here and the beautiful decorations throughout the city and the windows, but there is nothing I love more about the holidays in the city than the people. Okay, so we are going to Serendipity 3. A lot of people know Serendipity 3. It's very kitschy, it's very cute inside. And so in the film Serendipity, we have Sarah and John Traeger, and they meet at Bloomingdale's, which we are going to go to, and then they decide to get a meal together after fighting over a flag. And that is right upstairs in Serendipity.
Infamous K, here we are at Serendipity. We're here at the second level. This is where they filmed the scene. This is the table everybody wants. All right.
The star table.
They didn't even know, so watch the movie. Serendipity. See it on the screen.
Yeah, it is actually called the Star Table.
Right, now where to next?
Now we are going to go to the beautiful Rockefeller Center. So right behind this beautiful Christmas tree is, of course, the Rockefeller Center ice skating rink. So you can go ice skating here if you'd like. It's a lot of fun. But this is where we get the scene where Jovi and Buddy go on a date from Elf. Buddy thinks that a Christmas tree that he has seen in a regular building is so exciting to him, and Jovi is like, oh, you think that's exciting? Let's go. Let me show you what New York has got in store for you. And she brings him here, and they go ice skating, and they share a kiss.
So why don't you tell people watching where can they find out more about NYC holiday lights and movie sites?
Yes, so you are going to go to onlocationtours.com. You'll get all of the information there. You can also follow us at On Location Tours on Instagram and Twitter.
From me and all of the fam at Listen Up Live with NBC4 New York, thank you so much, Stephanie. Oh, was that not just so cool? I mean, I love feeling like a tourist in my hometown. And you know, you too can take that tour. And did you notice tour guide Stephanie wearing the Buddy the Elf sweatshirt? Well, it reminds me of that iconic line from the movie where he names the 4 main food groups. Say it with me. Candy, candy canes, candy corn, and syrup. I think that about does it. All right, well, listen, there is more though, right? Because we want to introduce you to a talented choir group from Corona, Queens. These are students who applied for a competition, submitted, and we are bringing you their story as they entered NBC4 Star Holiday Singing Competition. New York Live's Joel Gargiulo has more.
The NBC4 Star Choir Holiday Singing Competition has returned for a second year, searching for the perfect choir to perform at NBC's tree lighting special, Christmas in Rockefeller Center. And the winners are right here in Corona, Queens, so we're about to go in and meet the Fairview Choir of PS 14. How would you describe the kids that make up the choir here at PS 14 in Corona, Queens?
We're so blessed. Our children are amazing. They're talented, they're energetic, they work, oh my God, I don't know, I'm getting choked up. They make it worth coming in every day.
Our students are just these enigmatic, beautiful, talented, bilingual, dynamic students. They have big visions for themselves in the future, and our responsibility as teachers is just to help them, right? To help them, you know, go make that a reality.
So let's backtrack for a second. You find out that there is this competition, right, where maybe there could be an opportunity to perform at the Christmas tree lighting, at the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree lighting. So walk me through, like, how do you hear about this? What happens?
So actually, we had gotten an email from our principal. I think she's the first one that found out, and she said, you know, I think you guys should do this. And I'm like, oh, okay.
And we had a 3-day span.
Yes.
Like, can you pull this together?
And really what made it magical is the kids really turned it into a piece that really represented them.
And then they are also getting to go to Broadway. They're getting to see Wicked. What was it like when they heard that news?
I don't even think they understand the magnitude of what's going on because it's all so exciting. But when they heard Broadway, None of them have been to a Broadway show.
And I am here in Corona, Queens with the choir, the Fairview Choir from PS14! Tell me about the moment you found out that you were going to be performing for the Christmas tree lighting, Christmas in Rockefeller Center. What was that like?
It's actually very shocking news that out of 73 schools, we got selected for the Rockefeller Center show.
There were a lot of tears?
Yes, a lot of tears. Like, everybody cried because we thought we was not gonna win, but then when we found out we were gonna win, it was like amazing.
Can you just tell me what being a part of this group means to you?
It basically means my world.
In what ways?
Beautiful ways, encouraging ways.
How old are you?
9 years old.
Well, you can see the PS14 Fairview School Choir perform at Christmas in Rockefeller Center tonight at 7 p.m. on
NBC. Just a truly heartwarming story there. Thank you, Joelle, for bringing us that. And 70 choirs entered that competition, but that one group you just watched, they won. That's right, and they're going to be performing tonight at 7 p.m. on NBC4, so get ready to cheer on PS14 as they perform Under the Tree. Now, next, we're going to move on over to BK, aka Brooklyn, where we're going to introduce you to this one woman who is lighting up her neighborhood, a holiday tradition she's been doing year after year. Listen Up Live's Linda Gaudino brings us her story and takes us there.
Rockefeller Center, forget about it.
Decked out to the max, a New York City neighborhood that's taking Christmas decor to the next level. Welcome to Dyker Heights.
So Dyker Heights, which is known this time of year as Dyker Lights, was started by one strong-willed woman. Her name is Lucy Spada. She moved to this neighborhood in 1986 from Bensonhurst. She wanted to continue the tradition, just like her mom did, of decorating for the holidays. The people in this very quiet enclave of Dyker Heights were not happy about the traffic that the lights were causing as people slowed down to see them. And so when they complained and came and knocked on her door, her response was, "You don't like it, move."
Very New York.
Oh, totally, totally, and very Brooklyn.
And she wants to continue this tradition for years.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. There is a stipulation in her will that nobody gets this house unless they decorate it for Christmas every year. Not her kids, not her grandkids, nobody.
And so you decorated this home.
Yes,
How long did it take you to decorate?
a week and a half,
How many lights would you say are surrounding this home?
depending on which light you're looking at.
In total, all lights included.
No, probably 1,000.
And we're from London in England, and we're having a fabulous time over here.
So this is your first time in New York in Dyker Heights?
First time Dyker Heights, yeah. We've been to New York before, but first time here.
Yeah.
So what's it like being on this tour right now?
It's awesome.
Yeah, seeing the lights and Christmas.
Yeah,
It's
so
fantastic.
exciting.
It's kind of world renowned.
Instagram doesn't do it justice at all.
People from around the country and around the world. I mean, England, Germany, France, Italy, Scotland, Ireland, Denmark, Belgium. It's just unbelievable, and over the years, the press that comes to cover it has been just as amazing.
And just like that.
Hey, how you doing? Where are you from?
Belgium.
Belgium, see what we were just saying? Beautiful. Da che parte?
Belgium tourists appeared. The lights kick off November 30th and last until the first week of the new year.
For NBC New York, I'm Linda Gaudino.
Was that not just incredible? Well, listen, if you do decide to make the trip over to Dyker Heights to see those Christmas lights, here's a pro tip. Make sure to bring some comfy shoes and some hot chocolate because, to be real, it's quite far, but totally worth leaving your house for. Now, up next, it is the season of giving and gifting, and New York Live's Joelle Gargiulo is here to introduce us to this one woman who's behind this inclusive gift wrapping company. Here she is with the story.
Planet Soiree is a place where you can get everything from wrapping paper to invitations to party favors. I created something called the heritage wrapping paper. So I have African American wrapping paper, but I also can make wrapping paper for other ethnicities as well. I created the heritage wrapping paper for my granddaughter, and I really wanted her to see herself in the gift. Growing up, I wish that I had seen items like this for myself. I think when that Christmas morning comes, before she even opens her gift, she sees herself and she's excited. It's being so well received. People really wanted this product, really wanted to see wrapping paper or invitations that looked like them. Planet Soirée says to children, they matter. I don't know if you know, in the North Pole there are several different Santa teams, and they represent the kids that they deliver gifts to. I think the best thing would be to hear from the parents how excited the kids were to see the paper that Santa wrapped their gifts in. Never in my wildest dreams did I think wrapping paper could create such an impact.
All right, well, that's a wrap on that, and what a special way to do it. Now, this last stop of our holiday tour takes us to my hometown where I grew up in the Bronx. That's right, it is choo-choo, all aboard the holiday train show at the New York Botanical Garden. Ryan Baker is there to give us an inside look at what you can expect. Ryan, what's that behind you?
Hey, well, you may be at the real Rockefeller Center. I'm here with a model of it at the New York Botanical Garden annual holiday train show. It was built back in 2003, made of all sorts of natural materials like willow and bark, and it's just one of the many displays at this incredible annual event.
This year, as you enter, you'll first see Coney Island and some of the major train stations, Grand Central Terminal, Penn Station. Those are perennial favorites and of course make sense for a train show. And then as our visitors enter the conservatory itself, they'll see our beautiful snow globe-like homage to downtown New York.
So this year we refurbished the George Washington Bridge, which had been part of the exhibit before, and the Terminal Warehouse building, which is looking very beautiful. When we started 31 years ago, it started with 15 replicas and 4 model trains, and now here we are today with 190 replicas.
Here's the Botanical Garden's version of Radio City Music Hall. The red letters spelling Radio City were actually made from radish seeds.
All of the different features of it, including the wonderful detail when you look at these replicas, you'll see that they really do capture the spirit of the original buildings, and they do it with very inventive and creative uses of different plant materials. So they are botanical replicas.
The show contains nearly a half a mile of train tracks and 25 G-scale model trains, just like this one.
Model train enthusiasts know very well that trains come in many gauges. The trains that you see here at NYBG are all G-scale, which of course means garden scale.
Not only will you have a chance to delight in the holiday train show, but also to be dazzled by NYBG Glow.
To add an outdoor light experience really extends it for kids of all ages. Older kids can enjoy it. There's food and drink, there's music. It really makes an experience for the whole family.
No matter whether you are 5 or 105, there's something cool to see.
The Glow exhibit runs through January 14th, and the Holiday Train Show runs through January 16th here at the New York Botanical Gardens. For NBC4 New York, I'm Ryan Baker.
Awesome, Ryan. Thank you so much. That was a whole lot of fun. Well, y'all, we have made it to the end. Thank you for rocking with us and choosing to ring in your holiday with us here at Listen Up Live. But look, there is a lot more coming up. Like at 7 p.m., we've got News 4's Natalie Pascarella and David Ushery, as well as Access Hollywood's Mario Lopez. Then at 8 p.m., the Today Show crew takes over, where they will be lighting up this guy. Thank you so much for joining us again from all of us here at Listen Up Live. Happy holidays. I'm Kay Angrum. See you next time.